Hello everybody, Dodger here, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die. Episode number, I don't even remember at this point. And you've probably noticed, we're in a new world again. Yep, that was the most predictable thing ever, but as soon as I started the game to continue on where we left off last time, I was dead. It was over. You must find shelter the first night, or you will die. That is what I have discovered. Some people offered some very good advice on ways to survive the first night, and I will try to take that advice and take it to heart and not get annihilated. That is the goal anyway. We are starting in a forest biome this time, which is nice. I went through a couple new seeds trying to find something that looked somewhat not threatening. And this one seemed that way. Hopefully we got some structures in this one. That was a real drawback to some of the other ones I saw, was there was just no structures around. Let's see if we can make ourselves an axe yet. Not yet. Need some more stones. We will pick up this cotton as we go. Trying not to use too much energy here, as not only did I not have a shelter last time, I didn't have really enough food or stuff to continue on. I was starving through that night, so that's not good. But it is, what is the date today? Today is Monday. Is it Pi Day? Is it Pi Day? I think it's Pi Day. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone. So it is March 14th. It is the day after Autocross, which is the reason that I wasn't around last week, is I moved around my entire work schedule to get the day off, basically. And then add on to that, I needed to do two car jobs last week, and I had to try and get the car running. The car is a 1991 240SX. It is not my car, however. It is a good friend of mine, Brent, who I worked with probably 4 or 5 years ago now. It has been some time since he worked with me. Did I not get enough stones yet? What do you need? Oh, plant fibers. Duh, I knew that. Great, now it's been a week, so I'll have forgotten everything again. Oh, the tale of me in this game. It has been interesting. I'm not giving up yet, though. I'm still enjoying it, even though I've really barely even scratched the surface of it. We'll try and improve. But yeah, that's Brent's car. He was pressured into buying it by myself many years ago now. He had always said that he wanted a project car. He is a air traffic controller. He is significantly better off financially than I am, so he has the money to do that kind of stuff. He doesn't have a whole lot of time now with 2 kids. When you're a FAA, air traffic control person, you work a lot and you work long hours. So he doesn't always have time to be messing with it. So I've always thrown the offer on the table. If you ever need help with it, I'm down. Or if you just need to bring it to my house, feel free. Unfortunately, it's not always been easy to convince him to do that because, having a project car, there's a little bit of pride on the line there. You want to be the one to do the stuff on it. You want to be... Oops, I didn't mean to punch that. You want to be the guy fixing it. You want that little point of pride as, this is my car. I did this stuff to it. And it's not always easy to admit that you need somebody else's help. And I don't always think that that's necessarily his take on it, but I know I get that way. A lot of times I think it's a guilt thing too. It's your car, and then you feel bad making somebody else work on it, but there should be no reason there. I'm very grateful to have people that are willing to let me use their cars for such things as autocross. I've not had my car going for... Gosh, it's gotta be getting close to 2 years now that I've not really autocrossed my car. And yet I still have managed to do at least 8 events per year. That's pretty impressive. And yeah, I'm really glad that that I have a network of friends that enjoy autocross as much as I do, that are willing to let me do that. So I spent my week working on that car, trying to get it ready. It has had many repeating issues over the years, including the braking system. It's something so simple. The brakes on this car, it's not ABS. It's just, you know, single piston calipers front and back. There's nothing fancy about it. There's no reason that car should have braking issues that it always has. It's always had, like, a real squishy pedal, just overall not very confident feeling brakes. I see you over there, you fat jerk. And it's just constantly chasing it around through different things. We've basically replaced everything on that car now, brake-wise. And I am pleased to say that for the first time, really there was no braking mechanical issues. There was a balance issue. The front brakes are far grabbier than the rear brakes are, which is a drawback for sure. It makes it so you really have to modulate the brakes into turns and things like that. It just makes it a little less enjoyable. You don't feel as confident pushing it down into the turns. However, it was great to feel confident in the fact that the car will actually stop, which is nice. Because we've definitely done some autocrosses where I've actually stepped out of the car. Brent is a much ballsier driver than I am. You might even pick that up in the video. I did post a little bit of footage from the event yesterday. Oh, you found me. You found me. Well, I'm just going to pick my cotton and leave. Let's see if we can't find some kind of something to explore. Like this mound of garbage that had one wood in it. Good times. But yeah, you might pick up from the footage that he is a driver that drives at 10/10ths all the time, no matter what. And in previous events where we've had issues like the brakes feeling bad, or like the pedal's just not there, he'll keep going. And those are times that I'm usually just like, you know what? I got my couple runs in. Let's just call it a day. Oops, I wanted to get those eggs. Thank you. Oh, what are my buttons? There we go. Let's pick a direction. Let's keep going east. It looks like it's all forest from there. Should be alright on wood. We'll need a little bit more in the stone department. Let's make sure we get some feathers too. So yeah, the other issue that we have with the car, and have had since the last time he used it, he and his brother did the state championships in that car, and he actually won the street modified class with that car. I was massively impressed by that, because it is such a underprepared car for that class. To be able to pull home a state champ with that car was very impressive. But with like a couple runs to go, he had an issue where the car wouldn't idle down anymore, and it was just surging. At idle, it just wasn't right. It would still pull. It was still, you know, this chicken is stuck. Can I even? Hey buddy. You can have the chicken if you want. Oh, we got the chicken. I don't have anything to, Hi there. How are you? Those guys are fast. So yeah, the car didn't really have any issues to keep it from driving at that point, but he was still having issues with the brakes at that point, so it was a really good drive from him, but I guess he got enough clean runs in. Hi there. I don't have a weapon yet. Let's just continue on. How much can we pick up all the way? I guess you're really gonna stop to pick that stuff up. So I took everything apart on the intake, trying to do a boost test where you put compressed air into the intake and listen for air and make sure it's holding pressure. Spent every little bit of free time I had in the last week trying to figure that out, and thought I had gotten it, but I never had a clear indication of why I had gotten it. Like, it just stopped. The idle came down and everything seemed normal. It had started to run very rich due to the fact I had repaired something that I've been wanting to repair for a very long time. Oops, wrong way. Bird's nest? No bird's nest. And that was a bent fuel rail. So essentially the injectors were just kind of aiming. This is 7 days to die Cone's garage, by the way, in case you didn't know. Is that a fence? That's a house. I almost missed that. Alright. Let's chill for a second. We're probably attracting lots of stuff here. Just try and get away from some of these jerks. Oh, good, a little road too. Alright, this is a... Oh, still hunted. This is a good start. Let's actually head to the road. Let's look through these cars. Cars take a while. So yeah, this is going to be an autocross debrief kind of day. I had taken everything apart, got it to idle right, started to run a little rich because of fixing the injectors, I think. Basically, the injectors were not firing directly at the cylinders, they were just kind of firing off at an angle. So now my fuel pressure adjustment's probably way out of whack, but that's nothing. That is such a small issue that I wasn't even worried about it. We get to autocross yesterday, and the first run, I just kind of was doing a bedded in kind of run, trying to get a feel for the brakes, get reacquainted to driving a 240. It is so much different than the stuff I have been used to, which is Miata's basically, which is like autocross easy mode, if you ask me. Hey, frames, I know there's a lot of trees to render. It's okay. It's okay. Seem to be attracting a lot of company, don't I? Should I stay near that house? I don't have any weapons yet. I don't have a bow yet. I don't have arrows. None of that is good. Oh, I must be using up the CPU. I just heard my my CPU fan scream. What is going on up here? Nice little cliff in the road. Good job, terrain generator. Good job. All right, can we have a second of rest? We are undetected. Nice. We have an axe. Let's make a club if we can. Just a simple club. Can we make a bow yet? We sure can. Look at this. I got day 1 on lockdown now, don't I? I probably should have like written notes or something on what I needed and wanted to talk about today. It's not going to be the case. It's just going to be random crap. Let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, first run, just kind of bedded it in, getting used to it. The craziness that is autocrossing at 240. His car is a regular one. Mine is a Hikus car, so mine has a much tighter steering radius than his does. It also has a smaller steering wheel. Overall, it's a much more comfortable car to drive. His is, like my first run, I got done and I was in some physical pain because of the bones are good for something. Oh, shivs, that's right. Yeah, so the seat wasn't adjusted right and I just got done and my back was killing me. So second run, I knew I needed to do some changes there. What happened the second run? Oh, the second run, this is even embarrassing to say, but basically, the first half of the run went great. I would have been a solid, like, 63-second time, which would have been a decent time. Not great, but a decent time. However, going into the last slalom, my seatbelt came unclicked. So, yeah. That was a second of panic, trying to figure out... Ooh, a wrench. That's a good thing, I think. I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a wrench, so I don't know what it's really good for. Is it a weapon? Is it repairing things? I don't know. We will find out. But yeah, searching these cars seems to be important. So as my seatbelt comes unclicked, I just panicked. I basically just aborted the run, straight line through the last chicane, and went about my way. Didn't end up with too great of a time. Oh, is that cold or is that wasteland? Don't really like the sound of either of those. What is that, a spring? Okay, whatever. Looks like wasteland. I keep pausing as if there's going to be something good in these. Like, surely we're going to get a decent drop here eventually, right? I need to look at the wrench and see what its attributes are. Duct tape is important. How about this car? An arrowhead, an iron arrowhead. That's good for some good arrows. Oh, this is the burnt down forest. Not going there. All right, let's load up the arrows, and let's just run through here. We got a decent amount of stamina still. Let's run through these jerks. I have no desire to try and take them on just yet. I would like to get back to that house because I think getting to the roof of that house is where we need to spend our night. All of this stuff is looted. Oh no, I wasted an arrow. Yeah, let's not get raw meat on us just yet. That'll just attract more of them. Drink. I am using the same settings as last time, by the way, so it's a little bit easier than we started with. I feel confident that we're going to make it through the first night. If I can make it back to that house, we should be in very good shape. That last world, yeah, I got way too cocky with the easier difficulty for sure. But I've learned my lesson. I know what I'm doing now. I probably don't. New axe, good. Haven't gotten too many bird's nests. That's something I should be straddling in this grass to look for. Oh, don't break a leg. That's something we haven't done yet. No legs have been broken. Maybe pick up some more stones too. For the night. I should probably knock down another tree for the night, so we have enough for a campfire. I don't think we're too terribly far from that house. I hear you back there. That's a good amount. And yeah, we'll get a tree, but let's get closer to the house. It's starting to get dark already. And we'll continue on with the story. I'm a good storyteller, aren't I? It's less of a story, it's more of just a debrief. And then third run, let's see what happened on the third run. Nothing really. I guess the third one was the cleanest run for the car. No major issues. I just clipped cone coming through the last chicane. I was really struggling with that last chicane. It just wasn't sitting well with me. Basically, just getting behind on the steering. I think whenever there's that slalom right before the finish line, it always screws me up. It's like I see the finish line and I get that dirt rally feeling of, well, there's the finish. Let's just go. Doesn't really work, as you can probably tell, because I definitely made a mark into that cone. That's the way you hit them with 240s. You hit them with the inside rear tire. That's the easiest thing to do. I'm pointing behind me as if you can see me. You can't see me. But yeah, that's what I ended up doing there. Kind of ruined that run. That would have been a 62-2. Which would have put me in third, so definitely kicking myself for that one. Could have brought myself home a little tiny trophy, but wasn't to be. As the fourth run, the idle issue came back. It wouldn't idle down, and basically the problem with that, it still ran fine. The car was making more power than I think it's ever made. The problem being that I couldn't get... Oh, a hunting rifle schematic. That seems like an important thing to get. How is this house looking? Nobody out front. I've considered just boarding myself up in the house. There is people in it. And by people, I mean not really people. Alright, stop with the noises. Oh, you're here. You're not inside at all. Get arrowed. Get missed. There you go. Oh, you're dead. Anything good? Yeah, it's decent. Oh, paused. You're another one of those. You're pretty easy to take on. Got you. These guys in the house? I think they're in the house. Still some behind me. I may have to continue this story through the night as we get set up here. Okay, we're doing alright. Doesn't sound too bad yet. I hear them breaking something. There's a little tiny house. Okay, they're at the back. Yeah, see them breaking through? That's why it's not super safe to hold up in the house. Okay, you should be dead. Yep. But can we... Let's craft some log... Yeah, log cabin wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just do 7 of those. What an odd number, literally. This seems like a place with some stuff. Yeah. Alright, let's knock this down. Maybe even just this... Is there more people back here? No, they're out front. I don't know how safe this place would be, but let's bring some of these out. Those take a while to craft. I think they take longer to destroy, and that's kind of what I wanted. It's not super late yet. What you doing? You're going in circles. You crazy zombie. Good shots today. What the heck, man? Not a single one of these arrows is connected, I don't think. That one did. Alright, these guys take some hits. Okay, got him. He's got glue to sniff. Where are all these people? Anything good? Bottled water, that is good. Alright, nice. Where's this other one at? Crawler? Crawler, what are you doing? You're being weird. Okay, just stunned. Alright, you're down. Alright, we're making a dent on these people. Or what used to be people. See, I'm going to... Nope. Nope. Can I not do this? Is that not a thing I can do? Where did that just go? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, there's stuff there, that's why. Can I get rid of that stuff? Is that a possibility? Yes, okay. That's good. Alright. Tell me if I've done something stupid here. Or if this is a good thing to be doing. It's not super late yet. So I want to make some of these go upwards, but then use wooden frames to really get up. Frame, let's just do frame. There we go. Oh, don't tell me I'm out of, okay. Hitting the wrong button, everything's fine. Let's do 7 of those, okay. I still need to get another tree, or I'm not going to have enough wood for the night. However, I've blocked myself in. I can use the frames. Use it to frames. Did I just throw those on the ground? I did. So somebody's already knocked down most of that fence, or... That's not good. I think if we can get to the roof, though, we'll be alright. That seems like a tough roof for them to get onto, and we should be in pretty good shape. We still got plenty of time, though. So maybe I can finish off the story. Run number 4 had the idle issue, which means that it was trying to idle at like 2200 RPM. I'm pretty convinced now that it is an issue of the blow-off valve. It is a nice blow-off valve, the HKS, you know, legitimate HKS blow-off valve. But I think it's sticking. I think it's getting stuck open and letting air vent. That would be a major boost leak that I'm not really noticing. However, we're not really running that car at that crazy of a boost level either. Oh, I can't pick those up. I hope that doesn't let them jump up here. I don't know, we'll see. Is this a thing that I can, yeah, I could probably build off of this. Let's make a new X. So yeah, it was running fine under power. It may have still been leaking some boost. However, that turbo is running so under, like, its maximum efficiency, it could probably power right through that. It's an S15. It's an S15. I can't remember the numbers. T28 turbo, ball bearing turbo. And we only have it running on, you know, stock wastegate boosts. It's not, I don't have boost controller or anything like that on there. So it's only running at like 10 psi, 11 psi. It can do that all day long, even if there is a boost leak. So that doesn't seem to be the problem. The problem is that if the blow-off valve is not closing, it's letting air in, it's not letting the engine idle down. That's a theory. Something, for sure, is not letting the engine idle down, and it seems to happen when it gets hot. Not necessarily like coolant temperature hot, but just like, you know, the temperature of the engine bay and such gets hot. When you're co-driving like that, it's basically 12 runs or 10 runs back to back to back. You're just hot lapping it, and it never gets a chance to really cool down. So the problem I have with it not idling down is that it makes it so you basically can't get full off throttle. And if you don't get fully off the throttle, you never get that off throttle deceleration. And I drive a lot with that. Like I think I am a very throttle input heavy driver, meaning I like to drive the car off of throttle input. And when you take that ability away from me, I was just all over the place. Could not... Oh, I picked it up. I was like, what just happened there? I just could not get a handle on it. So my last 2 runs were not very good, and we only got 4 of the 5 that we could. Brent only ended up getting 3 of the 5 that he could. He did have a nice clean run in there, though. Got himself 4th place overall, I think, in Street Modified. So not too bad for what could have been a much worse day, but I was just so frustrated because I had done so much last week trying to make that happen. And I went into it fully aware that it probably wasn't going to go very well. I knew it just was not ready. I didn't get enough time on testing, stuff like that. You know, driving it on the street. Just... It's difficult. I knew it was gonna be probably not a very smooth event, but knowing that did not make it any less discouraging. So I am now very, very determined. I made sure that I kept the car, so the car is back at my house, and I am going to do everything I possibly can over the next month or so to make sure that car is squared away. I want it for me because I want some, like, redemption for, this is now 3 events in a row that I've been in that car, and basically it just has not held up for me to have clean runs. And redemption for Brent because it's his car, he's put a lot of money into it, and, you know, I'd like it to work out well for him. And the thing is fast. It has the ability to win events. It's the fastest car I've ever driven in any event, so the one time that it was running really well for us, it was unbelievable, and I want to get back to that. Hopefully that won't get in the way of me getting my car ready. I'm going to try and make sure not to do that, but I'm very determined to get that car going after yesterday. So there you go. There's my long-winded debrief of how autocross went yesterday. We did something more interesting than wandering around trying to survive day 1 here in 7 Days to Die once again. Hope you all enjoyed. I hope you, I don't know. I just don't know. This series, man. I'm so bad at keeping a train of thought, I think. I've just got to do it more. Hopefully this week we can do a couple episodes here in 7 Days to Die, and I will get better at it. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I will see you next time here in 7 days to talk about autocross.